No one wants to be cynical. No one wants to have an old heart. What you want is the overwhelming sense that you've stumbled into a magnificent and mysterious work of art, also known as your life. What you want is the sensation that you've been participating in an unprecedented phenomenon this entire time, and you're just now becoming aware of it. What you want is joy. How do you live in this world that can break your heart so quickly like it does and have any semblance of joy? How do you be here with all that comes with it and actually enjoy it? Is this even possible? And this became like a line of inquiry, like a quest, like a hunt, like a driving question of my life. And over time, I stumbled into an ancient tradition that was actually oriented around answering this exact question. That's the thing about any sort of search you go on. If you were to line up all of the brothers and sisters who have come before us, whatever it is that's eating you alive, whatever angst you're carrying around in your heart, whatever despair is in your soul, if you were to explain what you're going through to the great family that's come before us, to the cumulative wisdom of all those who have gone before us, it's not like you'd share your thing and they'd all say, yeah, that's a first. Yeah, that's the thing. We're never the first. And there's this massive tradition of wisdom about how to make it in the world. And I discovered what I call the wisdom after wisdom tradition, or the alternative wisdom tradition. And for the first time, it was like I had a way to think about this question that was like pulling apart these two halves of my heart. And I specifically found it in some ancient Jewish wisdom poetry, specifically in a book called Ecclesiastes. I took a picture of it. You can still get a copy. They're still making it. Here's the thing about Ecclesiastes, is the book starts, here's the opening line. Meaningless, meaningless, says the teacher, utterly meaningless. Everything is meaningless. Strong opener. Then the poet goes on. All things are wearisome, more than one can say. The eye never has enough of seeing, nor the ear its fill of hearing. What has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. There's nothing new under the sun. Is there anything of which one can say, look, this is something new? It was here already long ago. It was here before our time. It's all meaningless. There's nothing new. The writer is just getting started. Then I applied myself to the understanding of wisdom and also of madness and folly, but I learned that this too is a chasing after the wind. For with much wisdom comes much sorrow, and the more knowledge, the more grief. It's as if the master teacher says, really? Seriously? You want to know it all? You want to pull back the veil? You really want full transparency? You want to see how it really works? We can show you. There'll probably be some grief and sorrow in there. Example. How does the government work? Thank you. And then this. In this meaningless life of mine, I have seen both of these. The righteous perishing in their righteousness, and the wicked living long in their wickedness. He essentially says, I've seen really good people die young, and I've seen horrible people live a long time. It's almost as if the master poet says, let me disabuse you of the notion that there is any direct correlation between how good you are and how long you live. There's none. Now, there's a word that keeps popping up. It's this word, meaningless. So what's interesting about this word meaningless is you and I were educated in very Greek-influenced systems. They're very comfortable with abstract ideas and concepts. But this is ancient Jewish poetry and wisdom. It comes from a Hebrew consciousness that is much more about the earth, much more about grounded images, soil, sun, water, the stuff of life. And this word meaningless, in the original Hebrew language Ecclesiastes was written in, In the Hebrew language, the word meaningless is the word havel. H-E-V-E-L. And havel translates literally vapor or mist. Can you see that, by the way? Okay, good. That would be awkward if all of a sudden, what is Rob doing with his Wonder Woman gun? Yeah, this is the image that the teacher gives us. It's as if Ecclesiastes begins, everything is utterly, this is your life, vapor, mist. It's all vapor management, baby. You arrive, you're here, and then you're gone. By the way, your friend John, who's like, I went to that new restaurant and I waited forever for a table. No, John, 7 minutes. There's a difference. Yeah, this is the image the teacher's using. It's all vapor. You're here and then you're gone. But then the poetry takes this unexpected turn. You get the swerve like a different mode. So go, eat your food with gladness and drink your wine with a joyful heart. Enjoy life, all the days of this meaningless life that God has given you under the sun. All your days. It's like there are these two modes. It's like it's all vapor. You're here and then you're gone. You want to know a lot? That'll bring sorrow and grief. There's nothing new. Listen, young, good people die just a few years into life all the time. So here's the thing. Because it's so vapor-like and fragile, while you are here and you do have it, you should probably enjoy it. Because there are way less guarantees than anybody told you. And there's an unpredictability baked into the whole thing. So while you are here having this experience, you probably should do what you can to enjoy it. Then the poetry swerves back, and you have this. I saw that wisdom is better than folly, just as light is better than darkness. The wise have eyes in their heads, while the fool walks in darkness. But I came to realize that the same fate overtakes them both. We're all gonna die. Then I love this section. So fantastic. So I hated life because the work that is done on the sun was grievous to me. All of it meaningless, vapor, baby, a chasing after the wind. I hated all the things I had toiled for under the sun because I must leave them to the one who comes after me. And who knows whether that person will be wise or foolish, yet they will have control over all the fruit of my toil into which I have poured my effort and skill under the sun. This, too, is vapor. Sanchi says, I could stack it up nice and tall, but then the moment I die, somebody else will be in charge. Who knows if they'll know what to do with it? In other words, have you met my son-in-law? Yeah. But then, as you saw before, there's like a cadence, like a turn, like a swerve, and you get this. So this is what I have observed to be good. That it's appropriate for a person to eat, to drink, and to find satisfaction in their toilsome labor under the sun during the few days of life God has given them, for this is their lot. Moreover, when God gives someone wealth and possessions and the ability to enjoy them, to accept their lot and be happy in their toil, this is a gift of God. You're just here for a moment. It's so vapor-like. It's so fragile and fleeting and temporal and temporary. So you should probably enjoy it. And if you could find something meaningful to give your energies to, you should probably do that. And if you could find something that brings you some sort of satisfaction, if you could find something that brings you some sort of satisfaction, you should probably do that. Because you're just here for a brief period of time. It's all vapor management.